I think you're fine with having the Wukong Annie. Honestly, I think Wukong Annie higher prior right now in the LCK.
Yep.
The bot lane matchup, Lucian Braum into Corki. Alistair's a good early matchup, so...
And I think this mid lane is going to be a pretty important place as pyosik making his way in already at level 3. The flash out from closer, but the follow is going to be there. The flash forward! And there is the first blood going over to Bulldog. Right as I was saying that this was going to be a point of power for the bros, pyosik comes in and says, no, it's not.
And Annie is moving down, so Morgan's not getting the protection. He's on his own.
Yep, he's going to have to try and be a Gwen is immune type situation here, but it is getting real rough. There is the concussive blows, and Life comfortably tanks up that turret. A beautiful dive, and they'll be rewarded with plates as well. Wise be absolutely fine, and the answers here for the bros just aren't...
Oh no.
Why Morgan, why are we doing this? The exhaust does come on through, but he's just dead again. Yeah, I don't know. There's a nice little headbutt, and they will be able to answer. No, never mind. Dudu is just going to keep himself alive, and he holds the wave away from the turret at the same time. Oh, dear. This has not gone very well for the bros.
Oh, the slow!
Hype is just going to pick it up with a fast bomb. I actually thought that maybe it was just going to be all over, but that is going to be a plate going over to at least closer in that mid lane. But pyosik will be taking down this dragon, rotating over.
I don't think he can contest this, you know. Dudu still has TP.
Yep.
Morgan doesn't. Morgan has no way to stop Dudu's TP as well.
Hype and Polo are holding the wave as well, so there is no way.
And there's just no way to contest this. So, I mean, it's a right call from Bro, but it kind of shows how this game has quickly gone in a pretty uncomfortable position. Dudu, even the calls made, it's like, guys, they're not contesting us on the top side.
Oh, yeah, ulti going to connect there onto Hype as Polo just going to play defense. Wave. Pretty cute. Let's see whether they can actually make this dive work. Of course, there is no ulti for Dudu. Double teleports coming in as Closer is down here as well. They're going to see whether they can take out Dudu before that teleport completes, and they will be able to do so as Closer goes between the worlds, but it's a double teleport. The double pole is also fantastic, but under the turret they go as there's the snip from Morgan to lock down another kill. The Aurora will be going down, but it's a trade up for the bros. At least they can hold on to that. As the bros are going to be starting off this second dragon of the game. Feats of Warfare were completed very early here for DNF, but Feats of Strength haven't quite been confirmed just yet. Just one objective or turret, and they will be able to lock that one down. As pyosik is in position, there is Earth, Wind, and Fire confirmed. That's fantastic. Polo going to be moving over as Morgan with the needlework, looking to try and take down some Tibbers. As Polu is in a bit of trouble. He does have the Unbreakable Will, but it's not going to last forever, and it's only level 1. There's the Cyclone, and the immediate double kill does come in. Closer, can he make it happen? The answer is no, because he's exhausted, and that's just 3 on the floor for the bros. DNF pull it right back. Around certainly a few more stakes in it, as DNF weren't actually defeated as OK. There's the Vault Breaker flash, as Bulldog just going to be executed. They'll take Tibbers as well.
You know, pyosik and Life were in the vicinity, but when it's that quick, there's just not a ton you can do.
Yep. As Croco now looking to do it again. Doesn't have Cease and Desist available, as there is a control ward here.
No.
Yeah, Bro just going to set up the teleport and Equalizer just to deal with the wave. Dudu knows that he's dead. Not even going to use the flash or anything like that. Morgan comes down. pyosik going to be answering this with Feats of Strength actually going to be completed earlier with that turret falling down in the mid lane. It's a big investment from the bros.
This is not a good trade for the bros right now. You're losing 2 towers. You're losing the Herald. This is not working out too favorably. And the fact that Dudu gets the ult the wave as well. I mean, look how healthy that tower is. You know, Morgan's not getting
They didn't do damage
value.
Well, Morgan is now going to be able to take the turret,
yeah,
so there's at least that.
I guess holding the TP as well is the main... Dudu could have TP'd there to defend the tower, but they opt not to use it. Even though it wasn't a lane matchup, Closer's now laning into Dudu, and Dudu is not having a fun time.
Oh, Rift Herald. They're going to get the entire outer ring of turrets very comfortably here. DNF keeping up the tempo nicely.
Yeah, definitely feels like this is the point where they've had leads, and this is more what we expected. Game 1 felt like a bit of an outlier because...
All right, Closer looking for Dudu here. As all right, there's a vibe. Cease and Desist comes on through, and Croco tanks up the turret for about a year, and is very happy to do so.
People on the side is working out pretty favorably overall. Dudu didn't even get a chance to ultimate there to clear out the wave. And sure, it gives over the dragon, but it's a long way away from Soul right now for DNF. So I think Bro making some good moves there. Again, keeping the gold lead close. I mean, compared to game 1 where it's that constant flow upwards, this is going to be a very jerky gold grab.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Like, as far as triaging the disadvantage that they did have in this game.
Really starved. So, like, if we compare...
Yeah, it doesn't have a massive amount of money, but has way more than Dudu, as he's dead again. The exhaust goes down. Morgan able to dash away from that last turret. Bulldog comes in and just says goodbye. And down goes the Gwen. Another stun is going to connect here onto Croco as well, as the Bolt Breaker is blocked gorgeously here by Bulldog. As Croco not even going to be allowed to flash away. Pioshik says goodnight, and that's a 1 for 2. Dudu pretty happy. As Polo not too worried about getting stunned up by an Annie or anything like that. Pioshik looking for an angle towards Croco here, as Closer could also be in trouble. Tries to go between the worlds, but he's just stunned up. And that is a dead Aurora before she can do anything at all. Does do a bit of AoE damage, I guess, but here it's Otacon time for DNF. And the Bros, do they have an answer? That's the question. Hype off to the side, kind of awkward position here for this Corki as he's looking to chase down Bulldog. Does do a lot of damage, but there is the response. And he was just alone. The rest of the team had already backed away.
Yeah, that felt very desperate. And Berserker, so strong, so quick, just to dash over and basically two-tap him.
Yeah.
It's like, what is he doing? Let's just kill him. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Let's just kill the Otacon now. And then it was just such a weird situation. The thing is as well, he could have just backed away.
It is now just in DNF's favor as Closer going to go between the worlds here. And does just put himself in a very uncomfortable spot.
Yeah.
I'm going to say unforced error on that one, as Dudu wants to get the kill. Pioshik is going to deny it.
There was definitely a way in which he could completely escape the situation.
Could be an opportunity, as Tibbs is going to give away the position. It's a pretty optimistic Baron start as the culling comes through. That's a massive pulverize as Hype trying to keep himself alive. He's not going to be successful, but it is Berserker going down as well. And unfortunately, these wallets be heavy. And DNF, they just lose Berserker. Croco wasn't even interested.
Yeah, I mean, you see so much effort is put into taking down the Lucian. They finally get him. That Corki's already dead. The rest of the team just getting demolished. So many people left alive on DNF. Croco's looking, but against an Annie, I'm not sure you're going to be able to find an angle to get close to that Baron. DNF healthy enough to slowly take this one, and yeah, Bulldog is playing bouncer, so it's going to be Baron secured here.
Yep, very nicely done. Locked up here by DNF.
Hold ahead with Baron in pocket. Oh, and a pretty... Oh, no, Croco.
Yeah, there's a bear, and he's dead. Bulldog going to be able to lock that one down.
That was pretty quick. A lot of...
Yeah, you mentioned the 2-item spike. How about the 3-item spike?
Yeah, a lot of problems, not many solutions. Even the Rumble feels a little intimidating.
Yeah.
The support Rumble's coming online.
He certainly is. He's only 720 gold behind. The inhibitor turret not going to be answered.
The Braum with Locker Redemption, you know, he's putting up some numbers.
Yeah, Life actually doing it once again. Gets subbed in, looks real good. I mean, the bottom lane, honestly, went a whole lot better. You can imagine the matchup feels a whole lot better just in general, but I think the way they played it, also an improvement here as Closer ults behind him. This Aurora has not been the thing. DNF just going to be clearing out the last remaining inner turret here. As the Bros, I don't know how you really even throw the Hail Mary. That's the roughest part of this.
I think you just send it, start a fight.
They're going to look for it. Between Worlds available again here for Closer, but the inhibitor is just going to be dead, and Berserker just culls Closer. And he is out of here.
Yeah, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we're going to have to go for some sort of something, but Polo's just dead. And the Bros, they're like, no, this is not the time.
Probably at some point before your Nexus dies. Generally is a good time to fight. Any time before your Nexus dies.
That would be a good option. Let's see whether they can make that one happen as Morgan goes golden. First Nexus turret is looking to go down though, as Between Worlds is actually employed. Bulldog down pretty low, but unfortunately it's not low enough as the Bros just gonna get incinerated by this support Rumble. He picks up a double kill. Redemption for Dudu as the Nexus goes down, and DNF will bring us to a game 3 this time.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.